Okay, 15 8.5. Albin center. We go to the other one, double check. Crazy.
You need your steps, girl.
I know. I'll get them, don't worry.
So right now we're at about 15 9.25.
So I need to push this that way?
Probably, since that one's less dug in than this one.
Okay. Now, how is it?
Probably within 1/8 of an inch of good.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
So that's where we need it, right there.
So go ahead and set that pin again. I'll re-cinch the string since we've lost about 4 inches.
Okay. Nice.
Does that one need to twist just a little bit?
Well, and push this way.
Well, I'm talking about the end one.
Oh. It looks pretty good to me.
Okay.
But you can adjust it if you
found a
want to.
tennis ball.
Ugh.
All right, so.
We'll have to level that one anyway.
Yep, and dig a lot more.
Yeah.
So now our next span is 4 foot 10 7/8.
Ah! Okay, so this one has to come way over.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
So
a
this
north.
is my center right here. Okay.
That was a big R tennis ball there, Penny. Come on, over here. So always walk through the string lines will get you. This one's almost perfect here.
Sweet.
So then, let's see if we get a 4 10 7/8. Is that about the center?
No. I'm gonna do math, I think.
Okay.
Now I'm gonna attempt to do math.
Are you recording all this?
Yeah.
And that's your I'm a turd comment. You want to tape measures so you learn how to do fractions?
No, shut up. I don't need your stupid fractions.
Fractions are your weak point.
Only the ones that you use.
We've just got all of our pier blocks in line, spaced out, and relatively level. We'll start our next row, which will be parallel to these. This next row is the one where we actually have to get it square by doing the diagonal measurement and parallel. So this row, as finicky as it is still the easier of the two rows. We'll put some batter boards out and we'll run a string line in the air over and parallel to this row here. And then we'll have to use our diagonal to get our blocks where they need to go.
Okay, so basically what we've decided is, regardless of how deep you make your fire shed or bay, yeah, you want to make sure that your batter boards span the outside, between the outside and the inside of your posts, like your...
Yeah.
So if you say...
if our front edge is going to be along here somewhere and we're going to put our string line there, we want the batter board to go past it either way.
Mm-hmm.
So when we actually do our precise measurement, it's here or here or here. We have
plenty
a batter
of room
board to put our nail in and set our dimension on.
So basically, if you're trying to make one of these yourself, we're trying to show you how you do it, even if you don't follow the same exact dimensions
yeah.
that we're making or using. Okay.
All right.
Good to go.
Figured that was coming. Not a lot of precision here, although some people might argue there is. So basically all we're doing is putting a place where I can put a screw or a nail and tie a string line on. So I'm not too worried for the duration of this project. If this was a house or something, I would put diagonals either way to lock this into where you could probably stand on it and it wouldn't move. But we're not. We're not doing anything that precise.
And then we'll just do the other one. Alright, the diagonal will be 192.39.
.39. So that's 0.4, so that's 4/8 of an inch. So basically 192 and a half. So you're doing decimal?
I know I am.
So a tenth of an inch or foot, or sorry, that's tenths of an inch.
Yeah. So 0.4 is going to probably be like 3/8-ish.
Yeah. Penny's exploring the bugs.
Yeah. All right. So you have that marked for the distance away from the other one?
It's a rough start.
Okay.
So what this does is it's just a real rough eyeball set of our batterboard string line.
Okay.
And what that allows me to do,
Let's check it.
so we're doing 38.5 inches.
Yes, 38.5 from center to center.
So here, I'm gonna have to go that way just a smidge.
Okay.
Let's check the other one since that was a real rough eyeball.
Okay.
So that being within 1/8 of an inch of good at that point, if I get this one good, it's not gonna move that one too much down there. This one was probably more off.
Yeah.
So what I'm gonna do, we're gonna measure as close to the center where the bolt is as possible.
Got it.
So I need to come over about to that point there, and then I'll look at my bubble level. Your level bubble. Right about there.
Do you want me to mark it?
Yeah.
Here, this will stay, I think.
So. Yeah. Do you have a pencil?
I can take it. Let me take it.
Outside there.
Tell me where to move it.
Okay, so go ahead and move it your way just a little bit until it's not touching the level. I'll get the level plumbed up. Okay, now push it back towards the level until it just touches it.
Okay.
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 Oh, I got it. All right.
Let's double check real quick.
Yeah. 38.5.
We'll get it to where it's actually where it needs to be. Okay.
Perfect.
All right. So this one down here might need 1/8 of an inch, maybe not.
Okay.
Since we moved it down there the direction it needed to move here. Okay, that's pretty close.
That's maybe like a 1/16 my way too far.
Okay, we'll call it good.
Okay.
What's wrong?
Nothing. And now we are going to calculate the diagonal to make sure it's square. So this is basically a hypotenuse measurement right here. And that's 192 and 7/16, or in decimals, 192 and 0.39 inches. So we're going to calculate that next and then adjust the block that Dan has accordingly.
Yep. So we're really close here. I'm about 7/16 off of where we need to be right now, and that was from eyeballing. I'd say we're really close.
Sweet! That one went faster or better than I expected.
I would rather pour little blobs of concrete than do pier blocks.
Yeah, me too.
Yay!
So these are going to be our posts, these 4x4s.
Yep. We've got 6 of them, but we need 8 pieces. A couple of them will get cut in half.
We've leveled all our post bases, but they are not level to each other. They're all independently level.
Correct.
On the terrain we have, which means that some will need to be a little longer than others.
Some of the posts will.
But instead of trying to level them all to each other, we are going to just put a straight board across all of them and lop them off level
At
later.
the top.
At the top.
Yeah. So we'll build our platform, we'll tie it in level to all of our columns. So we've done some, I don't know.
Creative math,
balancing, deciding how we want to do it.
to maximize the usage of what we have.
Yeah, we're gonna have tall posts in the front, short posts in the back. We've got a couple of 8-footers. Those will go in at our highest front pier blocks. That way we get the maximum height. And then these 2 posts here are slightly longer, so those will be installed as the pier blocks go down, so the tops of them can all be level. This is our next longest, or second to longest piece. That's going to be cut basically the floor system height plus 5 feet, and that will be our driving height for our back wall. And then the offcut will be the next block, and then this long one will be the last 2 as it falls off. Hopefully that makes sense. But it's balancing what material we have with the height.
And the terrain.
And the terrain.
Yeah. So we are putting in support systems for the bottom of the, I don't know, the floor system.
We'll put in ledger boards
And
all the way around.
They're 9 inches.
Correct. We got a bunch of 2x10 that has shrunk down to 9-inch approximately.
So we're cutting this one here at 5 and 9 inches? 5 foot 9 inches?
5 foot 9 inches.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. 5 foot 9 inches.
5'9" it is. And I need a saw, which is over here.
And probably something to mark this.
All right.
All right. You're rolling.
So like we've been saying this whole time, we're using the lumber that we have. This is obviously got a bunch of wane or the edge of the tree blown off the side. I think it'll look best if this is down, pointing in under to the floor system at the bottom. So it would be installed like that. That'll look probably the best. So I'll mark the center of this post as best I can with as little as that's there. Yeah, we'll probably go something like this, and I come to right about there.
I'll favor it.
That'll be the center point. Doesn't look great, but that's it. So we'll throw, I think it's a 9/16 inch bit in the drill. We'll drill square down there as best we can.
So we just cut our 2x10 to notch over one of the post bases right over here. And now we're going to get an 8-footer and start leveling this section right here. And we're going to make our way around. And as we go around, we're going to add the longer posts on this side. Hey, that's some nice lumber you got there.
Yes, ma'am. So, what I'm thinking we do,
One screw there.
we'll probably do a screw through the end of this board into the end of this one.
Okay. There's a big gap there.
Okay. More or less tight at the bottom, which means that this probably is tipping out like that.
Okay.
So, oops, too tight. Okay, so go ahead and push it in.
There you go.
Feels pretty good.
Ready?
Okay, one in the top. Okay. Ooh. Now we want to do one in the bottom because the bottom's... No, I'm sorry, one through the face here because it's not pulled in tight and I can't get a clamp in through there.
Do you want to do that one so the video sees it?
Pretty good. A couple more here. And then we'll have to mark for that one, notch that one next.
Right there.
Right there?
Yep.
But yeah.
Is it okay if we splice them like this? Or do you want to do it sideways? Like
Probably that way would be better because we can get wider pieces and be less likely to split.
Perfect. Like 1 foot ish.
Yeah, more like 1.5 feet. Since we got it, and watch for screws since that thing has screws sticking out of it. Got that thumb toggle. You have to push it one way or another.
Punch cut.
Yep.
You good?
Almost.
Almost got it off. You're amazing.
For all those haters that are like, I've been doing it for all these years and I know what I'm doing and you don't know what you're doing. And it's like, okay. That's fine. Timber! So I'm wondering if I need to gullet this out just a little bit deeper because it's sitting up about a 1/4 inch proud right there. Mm-hmm. So I think we should do that.
Okay.
You cut towards yourself with a chisel.
You're gonna kill yourself.
I knew a guy that cut his wrist wide open and bled to death out in the middle of nowhere. Just like that.
Better?
Yeah. We're not cynical at all. We have now successfully completed what hopefully will be the most challenging part of this build, which is getting all the piers leveled in, spaced out correctly, parallel, square, all that good stuff, and set the posts on there. It's a little bit of a wrestling match to set a big post on and attach it to the bottom without putting a bunch of diagonal cross braces, but we were able to. We've got our rim joist on all the way around. I'm going to cut some of these 2x10s to infill next to the 4x4 posts in the center. That will help get our spacing and also get our these 4x4s plumbed, since there's really no way to plumb them up right now if these 4x4s are a little bit twisted. So I'll cut a few of these, and we'll get those installed.
Good?
Yep. Bottom's really twisted out, so.
On my hip down here too.
Oh yeah, we'll probably want 3 in this one. One more. Awesome. That sucked it in nice and flush. The joists have now been installed. They're on 2-foot centers. This will help support the flooring that we're going to put in. And the flooring that we have chosen to utilize is 2x6 tongue and groove, mainly because there was a bunch of that available under the shop. So we've installed these on 2-foot centers. As you can see, the flooring is going to run this way, perpendicular to those. And then on the posts, we're going to notch the flooring around, but since it's going to be flushed out to this edge, there won't be hardly any, if any, 2x6 that runs past these posts. So we installed little blocks on both sides where these 2x6s won't be continuous.
Yeah, so they don't fall or break.
Yeah.
They have some support.
They got supports.
Okay. Supports, not sports.
They got sports.
We don't do sports.
Sports.
Okay. Anything else?
I think that's about it.
Okay.
So we'll get our 2x6 cut. We'll start installing that. And I'm not sure, we might do like a 1.5 inch wide gap because that would be an easy spacer block so that we can get ventilation. spacer blocks go. Blocks in.